Hello. So today we're going to see how to write the neovim plugin using different languages. We're going to use typescript using typescript to Lua transpiler. I got this idea from this plugin. Yeah. So let's start. I have two templates here. So we're going to use the typescript first, then name. So let's clone. Okay. So let's start. We're going to remove the initial file and start write it again. Okay. So let's print. Let's install the dependencies, and then let's build. Okay, let's check the generated Lua file. We have our print. We can source. We can see it works. Now let's create some simple plug. Export set. So we do the usual stuff. Hello, text the buffer, the name, the command. Let's say it's print hello and some optional arguments. Can build it. We're going to go to our configuration file and then depend on it. Okay, I'm going to sync back now. You can see our plugin has been installed. Try again. So let's require, it's called demo. We can see the name here. The name is the model is what's under Lua. It's the here, so it's demo. So we require the demo, then setup, and then we call our function hello, and bam, it works. So that's for TypeScript. Okay. Now let's write with name. So we can go to the second template, we clone. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to remove the given file. Let's just npm install. Then we edit our file. Okay, so let's just print. Okay, let's build this. Okay, we have some errors. You can see we have undeclared identifier. So name is a statically typed language. So we have to tell it where each thing come from. It's the same for TypeScript, but we had the definition already here. It was here. Types. We have the types already written of the neovim API. So we can do something similar here for name. Just 1 second. Okay. So we're going to say that this print function takes a compatible string, as in a string that works with JavaScript, and we're going to tell name how to emit it. So we're going to say print and print the first argument. Hashtag refers to the first argument. Okay, so you can build again. Now it seemed to work. Okay, the TypeScript transpiler is working. We get some errors, but it should work. Okay, we can see our hello there, and if you source, it works. So now the next step, we're going to do the usual. Okay, so it's vim.api that I think it's mvim buff create user command with the buffer with let's see node for example. This is going to print name, okay, and some optionals. Okay, so we have to tell name about this. So let's start typing. So type vim is of type JavaScript. It has one field API which is of type vim API. Let's say vim API is another JS object. It has this function, which is a function that takes buff, which is an int, name, which is a C-string, command, which is a proc, and some optionals. Let's call them vim optionals, where vim optionals are another JS object. Okay. I actually have LSP warnings. Okay, this is a bug on the LSP that doesn't detect JS root. So let's just write another definition of JS root. Just a ref object of JS object, I think. Let me see. Okay, we're going to just repeat this definition here. Okay, first back down. Now what's the problem? Undeclared identifier vim. Okay, that's correct. Let's just say vim is of type vim, and we have to tell name that it does exist already in the JavaScript world, so it's imported, and no need to declare it, I think. Okay, maybe this is not needed. Let's try. Okay, what's the other problem? Okay, this set doesn't work. I have to say maybe something like vim ops. Okay, no errors. Okay, let's check our TypeScript file. We see our setup. Call this function. We have this weird thing, mtype thing. Okay, so I don't know how to fix this, but I know a workaround. I can say import. We can explicitly say we want an empty object. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's correct. The second problem, our setup function is mangled. You can see it have this weird suffix, and we also want it to say export. So to fix that, we can say use the codegen decor, and we write what we want to emit as a declaration. Yep, looks correct. So what's the problem? Just try to hmm, okay, so now we have the warning. It's never used. We can tell it that it's exported. Okay, zero warnings. We build. You can see it looks correct. Now we have our exported setup function. It have what we expect. The STL have build have been done. We can check the Lua file. It has what we want. Okay, we can test it. So replace this with name. I sync immediately. Let's try. I think that would not work. Yeah. Okay, I have to close. Let me sync it again. Okay, now it's installed. Now, what did we call the command? We called it name. Okay, we require a demo. Set it up. And now let's test. Yep, works. So this was a quick introduction of how to write in other languages. There are different languages that transpires to Lua. So hopefully this was informative. Thanks for watching.